truly defined what support is until last night. Do not go see Cats with these guys. They will disappear. We went to Cats last night. We looked back and they were all gone. Actually, Randy left a box of popcorn, so it must have been pretty. He just bolted out of it. Randy never leaves popcorn behind until last night. But thank you again, corporate. You know, it's dreams are coming true. We are actually changing lives on vacation. Quick one. I just was stopped at breakfast, and this man just had to meet me because yesterday I sampled his wife, who was struggling to walk through Central Park, and it was so cool to see love there, but love also meant struggling through pain. So anyway, gave the wife a sample. She didn't want to try it. She's very skeptical. Anyway, he called me today because they decided to take a cruise, and it was kind of that feeling that I'm going to take one more cruise before my life ends, because she's scheduled to do a hip replacement and surgery when she goes back from her vacation. So he just needed to get more of this QRS trip because they're actually now able to enjoy their vacation. So that was so awesome. And I wanted to talk to that man, but I knew I had to be here, so we're going to have some coffee later on and stuff like that. But so Randy asked me months ago on a story to share, and there were so many of them, but I decided to pick the one about forgiving. So we all know what forgiving is, correct? And we all forgive because we've gone through something bad or something terrible, and there's either a few people to blame, sometimes just one, and sometimes we blame ourselves. But did you ever notice that even through forgiving someone and yourself, that there's still not enough closure? And we do the practice. We do something that we wind up saying stuff like, that's life, or it is what it is. But when we say things like that, it's just to brush it off and pretend it's not there, and to give us partial closure. I've learned this past year, 2 days after my birthday, that forgiving also entitles to forgive the situation. I didn't realize that I already knew it and that I was practicing, but it was until May 18th that I was actually able to put it in words, because I had proof that came back to me. And what I mean by that is life is its own being, and we also need to forgive that being. Because when we do this, your fault, your fault, your fault, and my fault, my fault, my fault, when we do too much of that, we are passing blame on someone for something that they didn't do at that point. We're holding ourselves too much accountable to where we blame ourselves a little bit too much for things we did not do. But we do that because we are in search of what? We're in search of closure. But we forgot that we got to forgive the situation. We need to forgive life. And for as many things that I've been through in life, as Randy said, I've been through cancer. That's on my bio. One thing that no one has, that I'm not afraid to talk about, is my last month of chemo. I went through 4.5 years of chemo. My last month of chemo, because of everything that I've been through so far, I became a crystal meth addict. So my last month of chemo, I started crystal meth. I was an addict for the next 10 years. I've been in and out of drug houses. I've been arrested. I've been homeless. I've been everything. I've seen things that I didn't want to see, things that I was forced to see, and it was really hard. My first year of being a drug addict, I was a sophomore in high school. And you know, when you're a sophomore, you get a class ring. You guys ever do that? You guys got your class ring from Jostens? So I went, right? Okay. Yep. So I got my ring from Jostens, and my mom and dad, they tried to do everything. They didn't know I was on drugs yet, but they bought me that ring. That ring costed $457. I remember. Back then, that was a lot of money, right? For a high school kid to wear on his ring finger. So I went to work at my first job at a Simon stand. I worked as a dishwasher. So I took off all my jewelry, including my new class ring. I put it on the shelf. Later that night, it was gone. So I was working with this older Filipino man who was head dishwasher there, and it was just him and I. So I asked, "Did you see my ring?" I was looking all over for it. He said, "I didn't." The next week, he came back with a gold tooth. So I blamed him. I said, "That's my ring you got in your mouth." He got mad. He pulled knife. You know, I pulled a bat. You know, we were ready to go. I worked there for 1 year, and we just hated each other for the entire time. It was a bad place to work. Anyway, I got fired. My drugs took over. I got fired within that year, and I realized that I did forgive him. In 1999, I quit. I finally sobered up from drugs, and I kept going back to that Simon stand because it's one of my favorite places to eat. And through the years, I would see him as a parking attendant. He would still be working there, but as a parking attendant. And I would tell him hi. I would give him respect. I would never bring up the ring and the fights that we used to have. I let that go. I forgave him, but part of me was like, I don't even know what I'm forgiving him for, because it wasn't facts, it was feelings. Well, I was blaming him for something I thought that he did. I couldn't prove it. I also forgave myself because I knew that that I wore it to work. I shouldn't have. I should have just kept it safe. I shouldn't have taken it off my hand. So I forgave myself. Years have gone by. It wasn't until this year, May 18th, 2 days after my birthday, that my friend decided to take me back to there because I wanted to eat lunch. So I was at work. Let's go eat lunch, Dev. Where do you want to eat? I said, I want to go to eat Simon. Took me back. That man, his name was Tony, was working again as a parking attendant. He pulled us over. He said, I need to talk to you. I said, okay. I said, what's up, Tony? How are you? He said, I'm good. You remember your ring years ago that you lost? I said, yes. He goes, they just found it the other day in the restaurant, and someone gave it to me to give to you. And I thought it was a bunch of BS. I'm like, whatever. I said, okay, it's good, Tony. I said, do you have it with you? He said, no. Can you come back tomorrow? It was a Saturday. I said, yeah, sure. I'll come back tomorrow. I came back the next day. He had something in his Ziploc bag, wrapped in napkin, and he gave that to me. He said, here you go. I just took it through the window. I said, thank you, Tony. I wasn't expecting much. I thought it was something else. Anyway, I started driving, pulled over into McDonald's, which was right across the street. I opened that bag. I opened the napkin, and there was my class ring. And I had this in 1989. My dad bought it for me, and he's no longer alive. It was through the practice of forgiving the situation that almost 30 years later that I received the ability to put that into words. So I wear it today on my neck, and thanks to trim, it does still fit on my finger. 1989, folks, this is no freaking joke. But it wasn't. I wear this ring on my neck, not from my dad, not from my mom, but I wear it for me, to remember that it is important, it's so important, to forgive the situation, which is called life. A lot of us have been through many, many things. As Randy said, there's a lot of inspirational stories. But before you leave here today, when you do, I want you to know that to forgive the situation can bring a blessing 28 years later that you can actually share with even people in heaven. It's watching over you, sitting on your shoulders, and even share with the ones that you love, like my mom who's still here. And Tavala, I gotta say, your products are amazing. My mom's biggest dream was when we lost my dad in 2005. Her dream was to just, when she leaves Earth, she didn't want to be on medication. She's on high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and of course high blood sugar. She has a thyroid condition. She's never been able to lose weight. In fact, all she does is gain weight. We've tried everything, to even starving. She's never been able to stop. She's been on Tavala products since February. It wasn't until about a month and a half ago that her dream came true. The doctors had to, not wanted to, they had to take her off all medication. She's not on one. Wow. She's also lost 20 pounds. The only downside to that is now she tries to steal my clothes. She refuses for me to take her shopping. She wants to wear her son's clothes. My mom, guys, she's my purpose. She's my why. I put her through hell and back. What I do today is because of her. I put her through hell. I need her to have that heaven on earth while she's still here. She's the most important thing and the most dearest thing to me. How many of you are parents over here? Thank you for being the parents that you are to your children. For the mom that I have, she's done everything for me through chemo. She literally became a nurse to take care of me, so I didn't have to stay in the hospital more than I had to. She gave up her life to get me through that. If you can imagine, my last month of chemo, she lost her son again because he became a drug addict. 10 years, she was worried that she's going to lose her son after she just got her son back. I put her through a lot. I deserve to give her that back, but I wouldn't be able to do that if it wasn't for key people in my life. And that is of course people like Randy, who actually changed it. He was that electrician in my life that made everything make sense. I was a no kind of guy. It was Randy Crane that was able to open that door a little bit. And I thank God, not you yet, I thank God for putting you there. Because he all chooses his messengers and his angels. And it was him that chose you to speak to me because nobody else could have done it. And he made me say yes to you. Because it was Randy. We all came from another company before. Had amazing products. That's why I know it's not about the products, it's about the people. What they say is true, what we say is true. It's about the people that make it. Everybody's got great things. Everybody's got great products. You can have a mediocre product and have great people that make it even that much better. There's beauty all around us. It's our corporate team that makes Tavala that much more beautiful. And Randy Crane there, I had a product from a previous company that was keeping my mom at par level. Even if it went against what we think is corporate policy, he decided to go against that because Tavala didn't have anything like that yet. And he said, Devin, I got a pantry full of them. I'm just going to send it to you. You let me know. Just make sure your mom's okay. So he sent me every month a month's supply for my mom. Would not take a dime from me. Paid the shipping. Paid everything. Just so that my mom would be okay. I had to meet this man and tell him thank you in person. And it was at Trump Plaza in Waikiki that he was going to be there. So I decided, okay, we're going to go there and thank him personally. So myself, Charlene, and another one of our downline, Kelly. Kelly was driving, and I said, okay, we're going to go. The meeting's supposed to start at 6:30. I said, I'm going to stay later than 7. I just want to tell this man thank you. If this is a meeting, I'm getting the F out of there. I was swearing the whole time. You know when you get yourself pissed off and you just make yourself more mad? That was me. I was just talking to myself. I'm just getting these two poor women scared. I'm over F this, F that, this is an effing meeting, F that, I'm out of there. No, we're not staying more than a half an hour. We're leaving. We're da-da-da. I was so pissed off. And they were just like, what the hell is wrong with this guy? And we went to the Trump Plaza, and I all the way up the escalator, I said, F this, F that. This is a meeting. We're going shopping. I'm not going to stay here. I'm not going to do anything. We get into the room. There it is. Welcome to paradise. On a projector with the laptop, with the executive chairs and all of that. And I sat down. Half an hour came by, and Charlene's tapping me. Kelly's tapping me. Let's go. Let's go. You said we're going to go. I said, no, it's okay. Half an hour went by again. Okay, let's go, let's go. They're scared. I'm like, no, it's okay. It's okay. I have to say that I was one of the first ones that was in that meeting. And I was one of the last ones that left that meeting. I did not go shopping. We decided to stay. And it wasn't because of the Tavala products. It was because the man that was introducing Tavala that night. Brother, it goes so deep to tell you thank you on this cruise. thank God every day for you. That you were able to listen to his message. That you were able to be the person that you are. I thank your friends, your family, your corporate leaders for inspiring you every day. I thank everybody here that inspires you to do more, because it is that circle of inspiration that keeps us to get better, to better ourselves. We need struggle. We need victory. We need progress to keep that wheel turning, so that wheel never stops, because that is our purpose, to inspire the world. Randy, thank you for that. And I say it again, I thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for you every day. And I thank Tavala. And I thank all of you for helping me make my mom's dreams come true. Every one of your stories have made me say, why the hell shouldn't I have the same thing? And why can't I give it back to my mom, who I've been waiting my entire life to do something for her? And I finally got the chance to do it, one step at a time. And that one step at a time equals miles and miles and miles of success. So thank you for listening to me. And can't wait to party with you guys soon, right?
Right.
Because we got a lot more memories to make. Thank you.